Game on, everybody. I'm Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Mother 1, or Earthbound Beginnings, or Earthbound 0. I don't know how to name this series in particular, because there's so many different names for this game. Oh shit! I ran into an elephant. But in the last video, I basically got to the zoo, and then my game froze. All right, it froze of all places. But hopefully, this time around, if I survive this, I will actually be able to get through this no problem. Come on, survive! Come on, survive! Survive, 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 please. Okay, we survived. Now, no! Great, oh great. I don't even have like fourth dimension slip. The tiger bit me. Oh shit. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, you tiger bitch. Okay, now that that's taken care of, in the last video we basically took care of. In the last video, we went to the zoo and my game froze. That's a given. That was a thing. Alright? But, this time around, I'm ready. In case that happens again, I have a save point prepared in case my game freezes again. But, hopefully that doesn't happen this time around. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, awesome. So let's go in, and let's hopefully make it to the end. If we run into any enemies, I hope that it's at least the hyenas. The hyenas are no big deal. Or those things. They're not that big of a deal either. If it's the hyenas or these guys, it's no problem. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for hurting hyenas because, after all, aren't they dogs too? Actually, now that I think about it, I think a majority of zoo animals are actually endangered animals. So, I'd feel guilty of doing that either way. Hey, Wheeler. Hey, buddy. It's my dog. He's my dog, guys. My dog is being all cute. I can't have him jump up on me because then he'll destroy my set. So I'm just rubbing his head, hoping that he'll get all the love and the attention that he deserves. Okay. Don't even think of climbing up here. If you're gonna climb up on anything, climb up on my leg. I also just had a pizza a little bit ago. This is literally recorded like 30 minutes after I did that last episode. There was a lot of thoughts that were going on in my mind. A lot of thoughts that I could think of, and a lot of stuff that I could say. But it's at the same time I can't think of anything right now. That's usually how it is whenever I do record something. Like usually I have a lot of stuff to say, but at the same time I forget to say it. You know what I mean? That's just the thing about being a Let's Play channel. You always forget important stuff that you want to say. Also, I'm level 11 this time around. Now let's take care of this guy without any problems this time. I even got the Franklin badge this time around, so let's do this. So I have to predict how much this guy does damage on. So I just inflicted 20 damage. But his beam is gonna do what? Oh! Now that I get the Franklin badge, it has no effect. I don't have to worry. Alright, so let's just do this on autopilot. You know, I gotta say this. If I were to ever make a video game, if I were to ever make an RPG, I would base it off of this game, or base it off of the Mother trilogy in general. Like, if I were to do a platformer, I would take notes from Sonic the Hedgehog for 2D, and Mario 64 for 3D. If I were to do an FPS game, I'd probably take notes from maybe Half-Life or Portal or maybe even Halo. If I were to do Metroidvania, obviously Metroid, duh. Like, that goes without saying. Racing game, F-Zero, because F-Zero does something that a lot of racing games don't do, and that is the feeling of speed just makes you go, whoa! And for RPGs, if I were to do an RPG, for story, I'd want to make it as deep as something like Final Fantasy VII. But I would leave that to the writers of the game. But if I were to develop the game myself, and be the one in charge of the people coding the game and all that, all the gameplay and all that, well, if it's turn-based, I would take notes from the Mother Trilogy. Because the Mother Trilogy does a lot right that makes the RPG experience less boring. Or less annoying, I should say. The odd sound that drove the animals inside died down. The zoo once more became a safe place. Awesome. So now that the animals are all calmed down, they won't be attacking no more. So, this area is now safe. We saved these animals from going nuts. One of a kind. See the amazing singing monkey. The singing monkey sang with passion. I should also warn that this is a seizure warning. Nintent remembered the tune. So we got 3 melodies now. And now that we got the 3 melodies, we can now move on and try to get the 4th one. Which I'm actually not going to do in this episode. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my next location. And there's some penguins. Hello, penguins. I'm going to be going to my next location. And at the next location, let's just say I'm going to need to do a lot, and I mean a lot of grinding. A lot of off-camera grinding. So by the time I'm actually ready for the next part of the game, hopefully I'll be ready for it. Because I know for sure that I will have to get like Nintent like maybe up to like level 15, maybe 20. But hopefully that'll be like very short. Or maybe I won't even have to grind when I get into that next location, but we'll see. I believe in make-believe, fairy tales and lucky charms, and I believe in promises spoken as you cross your heart. Hello. The curfew has been lifted. Although I can't see why travel was ever restricted, I heard that you can communicate with telepathy. Have you heard all the people talking about you? But you probably don't need to listen to them. Thank you, police officers. Pollyanna say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in silver lining, and that's why I believe in you. Okay, things are gonna get a little bit difficult nowadays. Well, isn't this lovely? Alright, so here we are. This cave with mysterious music. What is that? Who are you talking to? Wait, a voice is speaking into Nintent's mind. Let's use telepathy. Nintent felt this question enter his mind. Who has lost his tail? Finding the entry in great-grandfather's diary, Nintent read out loud. The forgotten one of the ship that sails for the cosmos. What? I am a swimming cat. Have you heard of a magic candy that gives strength? The power to a helpless child? No. I see, but you are not helpless, so you don't need it. You're a strange person, but for some reason, I like you. Thank you. I wish I could go into the castle to see Queen Mary. Queen Mary. Maria. It's Maria. If you need the benevolent old man, go to Queen Mary's fountain for his help. He will hear your soulful cry and come to help. Soulful cry, remember? Soulful cry. I actually unintentionally spoiled this part of the game, but yeah. I did just spoil it. I did just give off a spoiler on who Queen Mary is. In a bad dream, Magicant vanished into thin air. My heart is still pounding so hard. Unfortunately, your dream is going to become a reality at this point. Oh, these areas have a bunch of stuff that's going to be important for me. Like, later in the game. There's actually a way I can... There's actually a building where I can save my progress. It's not that one. It's, this one. This is the one I'm going to need. I am the mysterious mimicker. I've transferred $874 into your account after the amount you spent. The balance is $1,500. Spend your money wisely. Well, the next level requires 393 for Ninten. By the way, do you want to save? Yes. Okay, but I was thinking to go to sleep now. I've saved your progress so far. Good night. Continue. Just like your mom, you never want to stop. Please don't push yourself so hard. Slam. Ah, yes, he was mimicking Ninten's father. I didn't put on a voice for Ninten's father, but you really need to. Oh, I just remembered, guys. I talked about this in the last episode, but there's an interesting fan theory about who Ninten is to Ness. And that fan theory is that Ninten is Ness's father. That theory is bullshit. That theory is bullshit. Because Mother 1 takes place in the 80s. Alright? But Mother 2 takes place in the 90s. And Ninten's age right now is single digits. He's a single digit age. So that wouldn't give Ninten enough time to grow. And Ness is 12 in the 90s. So you see how problematic that can be? I mean, then again, it is Japan. And this is a very gross fact, but it's true. In Japan, the age of consent is a little bit younger than it is in America. Now, I'm not saying that I condone this. I'm just saying it's fact. Alright? I'm not into it. I'm not into it. But that's just the fact of Japan. The age of consent is younger in Japan. That's just a fact. It's gross, yes. It's gross by American standards, yes. But to their customs, it's not. That's culture diversity in a nutshell. Where some things in one culture that may be different in another could also be horrific in another. Could also be horrific in said culture. I mean, if you think that's bad, I mean, Indian kids are usually forced to marry somebody against their own will at the age of 12. Honestly, I would not want to be in their shoes. Alright, those guys are taken care of, but I gotta heal up. I gotta heal up. Oh, traveler, why don't you enjoy a meal at our house? Well, today's special, can you guess what it is? Yes, it's spaghetti! I knew you liked spaghetti, you want some? Thanks, your bed is ready, sleep well. And I got my health back. Thank you! Those snails really tore apart my health. Suspicious man, I'll let you pass if you solve this riddle. That's right, the answer is 2 alligators. Although I haven't come up with the riddle yet. That's like if you make a joke and you come up with a punchline, but before you actually but you don't have a setup. Like, I just came up with a joke in my head, and the punchline was supposed to be, so the monkey says, "That's not my lipstick." That's the punchline. But I haven't come up with an actual like setup. Ha! Ah, the quirkiness of the Mother series. Hello, Queen Mary. Welcome, Ninten. Here in Magicant, everyone is your friend. You can have as much as you like, of whatever you want. What? You want to listen to my song? Sorry, I don't know why, but I just can't sing. I beg you to learn the melody. It is only 8 notes long. When you learn them all, return and sing for me. If I only could hear that song. Yes, this is actually the part that's actually very important to the story. We actually gotta find the 8 melodies for Queen Mary. And why is that? Well, let's just say the 8 notes. Well, I might as well just tell the story, tell you guys right now. But when George and Maria mysteriously vanished, they were abducted by aliens, and Maria never returned. But George actually managed to escape from the alien saucer. Maria, while she was on the UFO, she raised one of the aliens as her own child. All right? So basically, she is a mother to the title drop as well. She is a mother to one of the main villains, who's actually an alien. So that's where the whole title comes into play. But also, we gotta learn these 8 melodies, because this is all one big lullaby that Maria sang to the alien baby, the alien when he was a baby. So when the alien was a baby, Maria sang a lullaby to this alien baby that she raised. I won't reveal his name, not yet at least. But yeah, that's why we're collecting the notes. Not so that way she can remember the song, but also so that way we can figure out so that way we can learn the melody, the lullaby that she sang to this alien child that she raised. That's the whole point of this story. In a way, Mother 1 is kind of poetic. There's like a poetic feel to Mother 1's story. I mean, yeah, there's not a lot. The story is never really explained, but once you get to the ending of the game and you understand the lore of it, then the story is actually really interesting. I mean, you don't see a story coming from Ninten's side. The story is mainly coming from the villain's side. Oh, hey, Radar. This one is Radar. This one's not Wheeler. This one's Radar. He's a bit of an older dog as well. And recently for that dog, that dog is really old. All right, and my family's gonna be moving into the city once he kicks the bucket, because he was never properly leash trained. So once we go into the cities, we'll at least have one dog that's actually suitable for leash training, while the other is we just have to leave behind after he dies. I think maybe we'll take his ashes with us. I know this is a very sad thing for me to talk about, but I guess maybe we could cut this out of the video. Maybe, because it's a bit too depressing. I am the Flying Man. My destiny is to help you. Awesome. Wonderful. I got a friend. We got a friend, and he's gonna help me. So can I take this guy out in one hit? Yes, I can. Alright, so we need to go down this one. No. This one. We go down this one. And then we go down this one. Then we go down this one. And then we go down this one. This part of the game is actually a part that is like really repetitive. Like every time I actually had to prepare myself so that way I could get to the next area, I always had to do some grinding in this part of the game. So that way I was prepared for the eventual fights with some very difficult parts of the game. Hello, Four Eyes. When I attack these guys, it's almost like they're closing their eyes, which is kind of cool. Close your eyes. Those dogs are cute. What are they doing? Hold on, I gotta check this out.